Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a video for you guys born in the year of the dog. So welcome back all my puppy pals. How are we doing? Let's find out, shall we? As we shuffle these up and pick 3 cards for you guys. Let's move these around, shuffle them up and down, and we will stop about there. I'm going to take that one from the bottom. I'm going to take that one from the middle. I'm going to take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got 2 blacks there and a white. That's 2 negatives and a positive. So it'll be easy to be pessimistic looking at those, but let's always remember that the black isn't always an attack, white isn't always all right. It all depends on that compatibility of the cards when we turn them over. Yeah, so about that black is definitely an attack. That black is not good for you at all because that is the black dragon. And the worst card a dog person can get is that black dragon. In fact, you can't get any bigger conflict than that black dragon. If you're a dog and there is a black dragon, you are in for some fireworks. There is going to be some conflict, a lot of conflict, and it's going to feel like the whole world is up against you. It's going to make you feel like you are fighting a losing battle. You're going around in circles more than you're actually achieving anything. There's going to be very little progression, very big sort of problems with communication. There's going to be a lot of, I'd say, ultimately, attitude clashes, personality clashes. There's going to be arguments, tit for tat. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on for you to try and keep up with at the moment. And the problem with it is that you're going to try and keep up with it. Every swing that comes your way, you're going to swing back. Every time something rises up against you, you're going to push up against it. Every time something tries to knock you down, you're going to get back up and then proceed to try and knock it down in return. This sort of circle of conflict that you found yourself in, this situation that you're currently, I suppose, in some ways trying to fight your way out of, could actually be more exaggerated than you think it is. You know, this could be exaggerated. It could be a little bit, I suppose, in some ways manipulated by opinion and influenced by third parties just to get a rally out of the crowd, just to get them all rallied up and just to get them all, I don't know, fighting amongst each other. Is there something that's going on around you where potentially someone is playing someone else playing someone against someone else, and across the sort of playing field, this becomes a reoccurring factor where people then start to play each other against each other, and you've been caught up in that wake. You've been caught up in this. However, there is a conflict, and it's going to be a big conflict. The black dog. Gosh, it's almost like watching it's almost like pulling out cards of Mortal Kombat. We've got 2 challengers. On the left, the black dragon. On the right, the black dog. Lucky for you, the black dog, or the dog in general, is quite compatible to dog people. So the compatibility here isn't necessarily a problem, but this is a protection card. The black dragon is that conflict, that fight, that kind of war raging on in the distance. This black dog is the palisade wall, the castle, the moat, the drawbridge that's keeping, or at least attempting to keep, that conflict and that fight from out of your way, you know, just trying to keep you safe. Communication is the biggest problem here. Nobody really knows why they're arguing. Everybody has doubts about it, and they're like, you know, this is probably unnecessary or a bit silly, but yet they're still continuing to participate, including yourself. There will be people that do have doubts about the resolve. They will have questions about the methods. They will be thinking this isn't necessarily a good thing, or, you know, there's not going to be much resolution to have from this. But yeah, still here we are. So what's the answer here? What is the answer? Because nobody seems to want to find the solution to the problem. If anything, they're all focusing on the problem itself. rebirthing it, giving it new life, bringing it back into conversation, making it a big deal, focusing on it. It's always the problem that gets all the attention. It's always the problem that is creating the issue. And yet the solution should be there somewhere in that list of priorities. And yet it's not. And I can only imagine that it's because you've either given up trying to find a solution, or you're under the impression that there isn't one to find. I assure you, every problem has a solution. It will be hiding somewhere. Sometimes it's really simple and we miss it because of its simplicity. Sometimes it's really, really complicated and we choose not to acknowledge it because it means admitting that we have to do the hard work or put in the effort to, I suppose, achieve that solution for the problem. But there will be solutions for these problems. The conflict, however, may not be resolved through simple conflict resolution. It could escalate. That's the scary thing. That's why we're getting, it's okay going into battle here and rising up against your enemies. But this is more of a, it didn't work, let's retreat and come back behind the castle walls. So something's put you on the run. Something's pushed you back. Something hasn't necessarily gone your way. But retreating, pulling backwards, seems to have created a catalytic moment for you. There's that goat. The goat is coming in, the sheep. That's a catalytic change. It's a moment where everything's going to phase from one chapter to the next chapter. And it's going to do it very chaotically. There's going to be mayhem. But you're already going to be in that. You're already going to be in that chaos. So as long as you can keep up with it, as long as you can, I guess in some ways, tread water, you're not going to drown. As long as you're treading the water and you keep on struggling or persisting or becoming dedicated, you're not going to drown. In fact, you're going to be rescued. And what you're going to be rescued from will be, or what you're going to be rescued by, will be potentially something that's going to be really good for you. It's going to drag you out of this pit of despair. It's not going to resolve the problems. It's not going to resolve the conflicts. It's not going to make them go away. But it can remove you from it for a time to give you more clarity, strength to re-energize, strength to get all your ducks in a row before you head on back and try and face this again. Because that's what this is. It's going to be trial and error, trial and error. You're not going to be able to solve these problems straight away. You're not. And that's probably where the conflict stems from. Your need or your desire or your, your need or your desire and persistence to try and solve a problem that you're not ready to solve or not, experienced enough or don't have the right tools to solve. And this change is going to take you from that, put you in a different place, and you'll be able to tolerate it. You'll be able to tolerate it, and you'll still be able to fulfill your responsibilities, but your priorities will shift. Your focus will change. It won't so much be about conflict and protecting yourself, rather than something new, something different, something that's meant to be there for you for a time, even if it's very temporary, even if it is just for this short duration before the war and it all kicks off. It's like the calm before the storm. That's where you'll end up, in like a calm place before the initial conflict actually does kick off. So don't be lulled into a false sense of security. No, take this time to rather prepare yourself for something different, something new, knowing full well that once that's run its course, those conflicts still await you. Those conflicts are still there to deal with when you get back. And we'll find out what happens, won't we, next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the dog. My next reading will be for those born in the year of the pig, so if you are interested in them, I will see you there. If not, no worries, I will just catch you next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.